Welcome to another episode of Reseller Evolution. I'm Scott.
I'm Carl.
How's it going, Carl?
It's going okay. And how are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Good.
Can't complain.
Excellent. You can't complain.
Nobody cares. Nobody listens. Nobody wants to
I
hear
listen.
it.
I listen.
Dude, I'm just kidding.
I listen twice.
Everything's good. I just need coffee, man. Other than that, I'm good.
Coffee, sleep, food.
Yeah.
Wait. That's not Tim Hortons.
It's not. I know. That's what happens when you don't get up early enough.
Oh my God! Wow.
Or
people, yeah.
Or you try to sleep in a little longer. I don't know. What is it? I don't know. What's first, chicken or the egg?
I'm just so used to seeing you with a Tim Hortons coffee every time we do this.
Well,
leaving the house before 9. Are you kidding?
I didn't get much sleep, so I was trying to push it right to the edge here before the show. So, I didn't get a chance to slip out to Tim Hortons. I mean, it's wintertime, so you can't just go start the truck and then gone back. Then there's probably a lineup, so
Canadian problems.
It's rough living in like 2026.
Oh, good job.
What year are we even in?
I know, right?
2026. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, dude?
I thought I'd be old in the year 2000, and it's like, oh no. Oh well.
Oh my God.
The funny thing is, like, when you watch old movies that we watched as a kid, and all the dates are like behind us now. Like for the future.
When's Terminator?
I'm not sure. That's a good question, but I think it was a few years ago now, right?
Oh, it's past.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. I'll have to look it up.
I'm wondering if it's 2030.
But there's a whole bunch of things like that. Like, it's like, yeah, Blade Runner might be behind us now too. I'm saying these things I don't really know. I'll have to look it up. But
yeah, like, I mean,
where's my hoverboards?
Yeah,
from Back to the Future, right?
Yeah, my time machine car.
Yeah,
that's what I want. It's crazy though. 2026.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I'll start.
Okay.
This week. I'm gonna complain.
Oh my God! It's not.
I know.
It's not like you, Carl.
I know. What? Oh my God! So after me, like I had one shipping out, which is fine. It was one of those little, those little tiny arcade machines you see, like you'll see Frogger and stuff. It was one of those. Wreck-It for Ralph. Anyways, it's going to BC, and on my shipping policies, I have rate tables. Well, the rate table didn't go off, and what the rate tables do is if someone buys from a rural address, according to Canada Post, there's a higher cost. And Canada and eBay is supposed to put your higher cost on there. It didn't work, and so I had to shell out an extra like $10. Oof. It was almost not quite double the shipping, but almost. So that kind of sucked, and I don't even know why. It should have worked. So one thing I found out is if you have the postal code, right?
Yeah.
If I guess the first number, but the second character in the postal code is a 0. That's a rural address. So I tried one in Newfoundland, and I tried one with BC again for some other listings. Yeah, it's not charging my proper rate tables, and it should have worked. So I get to make a call, or I'm going to decide if I want to bother or not. Because what's the person on the other end going to say? It's like, oh, let me go fix that. But it's like, no. So
yeah,
I bitched in the eBay forums. I bitched on Facebook, but maybe I'll bitch in the technical forum.
They're gonna say, I left a note for our tech team.
Yeah, they'll get back to they'll look into it.
It should be. It's probably just a glitch. Should be fixed in 48 hours.
Yeah, it never is. They just get you off their ticket for 48 hours.
Yeah. How'd I do?
That was perfect. Like, I remember we had a ticketing system like when I was in IT, but if you put things in pending, it no longer counted as being late. So everyone just put it in pending, and then you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, it's like McDonald's. They got a fucking oh, they got a
Oh, your
timer,
turn.
but
Yeah.
you go through McDonald's. Well, instead of having you wait at the window, oh, just go wait in spot number one,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? And then they got 5 cars out there waiting, so they hit their numbers on time. Like,
Those systems you have to count into like real life happening too, right? Like I remember with that system we're supposed to like have it resolved within X amount of time, but sometimes you can't. It's like there's something that won't even occur for another 12 hours or something. What are you going to do? You can't do
yeah,
anything, right? So you break. Anyways,
yeah,
I'm very
it's
upset because I paid all this extra money, so I didn't make too much on my Wreck-It Ralph arcade machine. So that was kind of annoying. And then this one's me. I got to play the "Where's the Item That Sold" game, which is one of my
oh
least
no,
favorite eBay games.
yeah,
And it was for a mechano guide, like the instruction booklet.
the one sitting right behind you on the shelf.
Yeah, right. I tore apart the entire basement looking for this damn thing because I could picture it in my head.
Yeah,
And my inventory system failed me because I just wrote on the shelf,
ugh.
which normally is okay, but I shouldn't have done that with this paper item. So, anywho, I just as I give up, I looked for over an hour, and just as I was giving up, I found it. So
Oh, you found it. Oh, good.
I know what happened though. It's like I had inventory like listed, and I probably had to ship something, and I put it to this piece to the side because it was with
Yeah,
everything else, and then never put it back, and
yeah.
then it got covered by all the other crap I have. So now my basement's a mess again. I was so good; I had everything cleaned up, but yeah, I had a few sales going out, so I
Very
was happy
good.
with that. Yeah.
Very good. Started something a little different myself. Is I think I probably talked about doing it, but we never really did it. And I don't like dealing with it. So Steph is going to deal with it, and that's using Facebook Marketplace.
Ugh.
I know, but you know what, Carl? There's no commission. I mean, there is a commission because Steph is taking 10%, but she's going to do all the photos and all the work. I
Oh,
just have
she's
to,
taking photos and everything for 10%.
and she's
I'll,
meeting the
I'll hire her.
people. She's meeting the people, and everybody, and
Oh
everything.
wow, this is a great
But
deal.
but I'm only doing like things over $100, right? All the other stuff under $100, like I'm doing the bigger items. So, for instance, I went to a pick last week, which was really good. I think I talked about going, but after since last week's show, I have gone. Or did I already talk about it?
I think you talked. I'm confused because we talked about it separately.
Yeah,
But you went in two separate trips, so that even makes it more
I
confusing.
did go on 2 separate trips, but the one time I got the porcelain post office sign.
Yeah,
So I
beautiful
post,
condition.
I posted that for $550. The guy bought it for 475, and you know, so there's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we only started the last 2 days, so you can do 5 items a day. So we did 5 items last night. That was our second day. So we'll see how it goes. I'll know more next week on how it goes, right? So
Some people love it. Like I know, like Tina says from the listener from the podcast said she really likes it.
yeah.
You know, I think it depends on your personality too. Like,
Well, Steph's personality is that. Now there are advantages to doing Facebook. And Steph's that person that likes to deal with people, not me, right? So if it goes successful, like once I get that garage straightened around, which is packed, then I said, like, if this is working, I'll just put a bunch of shelves and stuff up there, and people can just come into the garage. You know what I mean? And everything will be listed, will be there. But when people come by, like even this guy, do you have more signs? Well, I have more signs, but I don't have porcelain signs. You know what I mean? Because they go so fast, and they're
yeah,
hard to find. Like the enamel
yeah.
signs, the older ones. Um, but I do have like a Michelin sign. I do have other small signs. But that's not what he's looking for. But anyway, when people come by, they usually buy or are interested more than just what they've, like the guy with the books, for instance. That was a Facebook marketplace. He came to get a $200 book and he ended up spending 2 grand.
Yeah.
Right. So there's that advantage that way as well. So the problem with putting it into the booth is twofold. Is now that we're so far away, I can't just jump in the truck. 10 minutes, I'm there. You know what I mean?
No.
So, um, so I'm just trying to figure out: do I want 2 booths with that far away? And likelihood, I'm going to end up going back to work. So 2 booths is going to be too much that way as well. So we're just trying to work things out to make it workable the best way. So that was one of
Yeah,
the
like
answers.
if
That was one
like,
of the answers we came up with. So we'll see if it works.
it works. Yeah, like I guess like, if you're working and if it's that direction, it'd be convenient.
What do you mean that
Like if
convince?
your
Sorry.
job is that direction, if you have to drive that direction anyways.
Well, yeah, but it's still 2 booths is a lot. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's hard because we moved. It's hard to keep. Even hard to keep that full. Like, I was gonna give Steph some items just before we started the show. She texted like, "Oh, I forgot to take the box of items." She goes, but she's going. Where she goes and gets her nails done and all this stuff is there anyway. So she goes, "I'll come back tomorrow to get my nails done. I'll bring stuff in then." But you know, it's not just an hour there, it's also an hour back. So it's 2 hours on the road. That's a long chunk of a day. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's not too bad if you want to go once a week, but once a week, like right now, it's not so bad. But once a week for 2 big boosts like that, really, I don't know. Like if when sales are really strong, like this time of year, it's sort of started to die down. I don't know. The Sunday was really good, so we'll see. But anyway, what I'm getting at is it's really hard to keep that full, right? So, um, like you don't have to keep it full. There's no law saying you have to keep it full, but
Right.
to maximize your rent that you're paying, you want it full.
Yes.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Um, so anyways, we're just trying to work it out. And this kind of popped up, and Steph's into doing it. She's got no problem doing it, and we'll see how it goes. We'll
Oh,
see how
cool.
it goes. I'm not a big fan of doing it myself, but hey, I gladly give up 10% as I'm giving the store 13% plus rent, right? So to do 10% and not have to do anything, just here's 5 items I want listed each day. That's good.
That's really good.
Yeah. So
Like I can't stand it because like I have a good example. So yesterday I was getting a delivery. I got a small coin cabinet. By the way, if anyone ever is out there and they see coin cabinets, pick them up because they're worth hundreds of dollars. Anyways, and I didn't want this thing sitting on the booth. I was sitting on the porch, but it doesn't even matter. Once I saw that there was delivery was happening at some point that day, I'm sitting there staring at the door for 4 hours. And that's what
oh
happened yesterday. Because it's like they give you a window, right?
yeah.
And I cannot not think about it. That's why with Facebook Marketplace it doesn't work for me either. Because when the person says, "Oh, I'll be there," but in an hour or so, I just that next 2 hours are gone for me, just wasted.
Yeah.
It doesn't work with me. I've seen some funny memes out there with people with ADHD who are like this, who are like they'll have an appointment at 3 p.m. in the afternoon and they just stand around waiting for that appointment because they're so terrified of like missing it or forgetting about it or whatever. So it doesn't work for me, but
Yeah,
other
it's not
people
for me.
might.
I haven't done enough to experience that I can recall right offhand. Um Steph will sell like she'll get bored with a piece of furniture or something, and she'll sell it then because she found something new. So she seems to be okay with it. I haven't really paid enough attention to it, but um, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to deal with that either, right? Like you're sitting there waiting and they don't show and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna deal with that. So
Oh yeah, people are flaky on there,
like this
or
guy
like
was great. He walked in the door. He had the money right handed
I
out as he
know.
walked in the door, and the conversation was quick. I'm like, you asked if we had more signs. I said these are all I got. He goes, you know what? He goes, I'm just gonna pass it. And when he messaged stuff to see if we had more signs, she asked me, and I said, tell him no because I'm like, he wants the porcelain. He wants the good stuff, right?
Yeah.
This is good, but it's a different person that's buying these. So I wasn't surprised, but I just wanted, who knows, right? So,
I've said no
but
before when people asked if I had more, and I do. I just said no
yeah,
because there might have been a reason. It's like I just don't want to deal with this, uh,
yeah, no, I
or I
didn't.
don't have
We,
prices or something.
we ended up listing a couple of them last night. It's just like one's a Michelin sign. It's metal, but it's not
It's not the same
porcelain.
thing.
It's not.
No,
It's not the same, right?
it's not the same category. No.
Yeah, it's a more, I don't know, newer, like more modern. Um, but it's a different sign. But if he's a guy selling advertisement signs, maybe it is his thing. I'm assuming him paying what he paid for it. I'm assuming he's a collector, right? Because I think I maxed out. But at the end of the day, 475, he might know someone that'll pay six for it. Because I think it could be worth six to the right person,
Yep.
right? So I put 550 on it, and he offered 450, and then, well, Steph did all the conversation typing, but it was like we'd really like to get at least five for it. He goes, how about 475? So he knows the game. So is he going to try to get six for it and squeak out 125? Maybe, I don't know, but it was really good shape.
It
So
was beautiful condition.
yeah, and I mean, it was one of those things. You walk into the garage, which had a very high ceiling, and you look up, and there it is, bolted to the ceiling. Like if it was like on ground level, it probably would have been all chipped up and banged up and
Oh,
bumped
it's
into.
protected up there.
It
Yeah.
was protected way up at the top of the ceiling, right? Um, so perfect, right? So I said, do you mind if I go up there? He had like four or five signs up there, and I said, I'll give me a drill. Like if you got a drill, I'll pull those signs down. So we got one. We moved a ladder up there, and I went up there and pulled. He was all happy, and I'm like, there you go. Then he goes. Then he was like the one that I ended up selling. He's like, well, my grandfather used to work at the post office of Turkey Point. That's where it came from. He goes, I better see if my son wants it. Right? He goes, I'll
Is
let you
this
know.
after
Otherwise,
you took it down or before?
this is after I took it down.
Of
But
course.
well, I took like five signs down, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the other ones were fine. I could have those, but um, so then I'm like, oh great, he's gonna look it up. He's gonna, and it's hard to look up. There was only one comp that I could find, and it was at a Miller auction. Um, and it sold with another post office sign for 800. The estimate was 600, 400 to 600 for the pair, and it went for 800. So I'm assuming five and three, maybe 6 and 2, something like that. But anyway, uh, they called me back and they said the son doesn't want it. We're asking $60, and I'm like, I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. So I went and picked it up. So, um, but yeah, there was just a house they were looking to get rid of the stuff. They just wanted the stuff gone. So
$400 in profit, just like that.
Bingo bangle done. I don't know. Is that a
Good enough.
thing? But yeah, no, it was good. So, anyways, that's what we're doing. We're starting to do that. Sunday was really good at the booth. Uh, the last week and a half of the booth was fizzled out, like just kind of stopped. Like I think the weather had a lot to do with it. We had a real cold week. We had a day where the store was closed. There was a lot of snow, but
Yeah.
Sunday was good. So, we'll see. I don't know.
Sunday was my worst day I think I've had in probably 6 months.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah. It was about 150, 160, which is not the end of the world, but not where I want it to be. So, but that's
Well,
okay.
100, 150, 160. That's probably not too bad, is it? Like, I don't know.
Probably breaking even.
Breaking even? Okay.
A little bit more. Because don't forget, I'm selling for my buddy. So there's commission there too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And $68 in rent. And I'm there for 10 hours.
68. I thought it was 30 something.
34 for every 10 by 10. And I have two. So it's 68.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you got 10 by 20.
Yeah.
20 by 20.
No, 20 by 10.
20 by 10, yes. 20 by 10. 10 by 10, 20 by 10. So, okay.
But I rearranged the booth a lot. So some stuff I've been sitting on. So I was glad about that. But you know what's funny is I had a bunch of inventory that had been under the tables for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And I kind of forgot what was under there because they kind of got blocked in by the way I had everything arranged. So I dug all that out. But the booth is looking more and more like I want it. So I am happy about that bit.
So, but that's 68. That's a month, right?
No, that's a week. Every Sunday.
Oh.
$34 a month would be amazing.
Yeah, it just seems
For
like
an indoor site. Like people would
day,
just use it as storage, right? If it was $34.
But for one day, 68.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd rather have an antique mall.
Yeah.
Spot. It makes like it's expensive.
Now, do you find that since people around you have been shuffled about or gone, like that's made a big difference? Or not really?
Not really. I don't see them as competition, really.
No, I mean the reverse. Like, do you think that maybe the traffic's not going back there? Like, if you had guys there that's been there for a long time, they might have drawn regular customers,
for sure.
If you had similar inventory, that could have helped because,
Yeah.
But if they're like, oh, it's just clothing down there, because didn't a clothing guy move across from you?
Yeah.
Right. So now guys that aren't interested in clothing might just say, it's just clothing guys down there now.
Well, you see that, right? Because you see people walk down and they get so far and then they look and then they turn around and go back.
Yeah.
Right.
So it might have affected things.
I think so. Ironically, the traffic was okay. The week before it was dead there, and I had one of my best weeks ever. So you never know, right? But
so one of the things to do is there a way of attracting people? Can you put like do you dress up as a clown and have a sign spinning?
Oh, see, I was thinking of getting another type of person dressed up.
Carl's Emporium.
Yeah, I have. I know you're making fun, but in some ways, that lights that do attract people, right?
I'm. That's where I was going to go with it. And then I just kind of threw you in a clown outfit.
Right.
But technically, I was more thinking of lights or something. That
what's this
or an animatronic, I guess, like something that moves, mechanical, that calls people down there.
I have thought about stuff. It's just doing it, right?
Yeah.
Like one thing I thought about doing is having a kind of a sign for my, kind of like, what do they call those signs that are outside businesses? I guess just signs, right? Like that, things have like, I don't know, like showing like it's a bar or something like the Stag and Doe or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And having it like a fun sign at the corner of my booth that says Carl's, who knows, Emporium, right? And have lights around it just to make it a little more fun. Uh, I have all those ideas. It's just doing it is such a pain in the butt. But not too many people I think are really doing that turnaround. Like if I was at, it's really hard to describe the place, okay? Because there's churns, right? 90-degree churns everywhere.
Yeah.
And people do get kind of lost a little tiny bit. But
Yeah.
it's like I'm glad I'm not further down away from the entrance because I'm about halfway down the entire mall. If I was further down, it's worse. I think a lot of people really at the far end just don't have nearly as much traffic as even I have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So it does make a difference. Now, if someone offered me a spot closer to the front, I'm not moving.
Because it's going to be a big job.
Yeah, it's a big job, and I don't think it's going to make such a huge difference that it's worth my time. But because, like, you know, where you want to be is right at the front, where people walk in the front door, right? And my friend is there; he's right there, and he says it makes a big difference.
Huge, for sure.
It does. It makes a big difference in terms of like people have money at the front, and as they go along, just spending their money, they might get you and be out, right?
Well, and I'm assuming they circle the area and they exit the same place they come in.
Yeah, they can exit different areas, but some people might exit not knowing you can go out anywhere.
Okay.
But also there's branches, right? So you go straight when you go in, and then you can branch to the right or the left. Well, each time someone branches, there's less chance of them picking your particular one, right?
Yeah.
And there's 2 branches on the way to mine. So, you know, that makes a difference, right? But I'm not too concerned. But like I don't think it's going to make such a big difference in my business. What I think makes a bigger difference is having good stuff and having nice displays, which is that lights that you're talking about. I think that does make a difference. So that's what I was doing this weekend is, you know, there's a certain spot in my booth that I had the best sales from.
Yeah.
Which is the front aisle facing table, right? And also just above, like a chest height kind of thing, right? People see that. They don't see around it nearly as much. It's not like they never do, but that, and so what I was doing this weekend was making that bit bigger and less blocking of the stuff behind it. But that's a lot of work. So, because you got to move everything on the display, right? It's not just a case of like I'm just going to move it with everything on the bookshelves. Like that's not happening, right?
Yeah, and if it looks good in your head, but then you realize, well, you're missing some room, or it didn't turn out the way you wanted, then you got to redesign it. Dude, I know I like redesigning my stuff all the time. Yeah, and I really like it. And then once I walk into it, like 5 weeks later, I'm like, this is stupid. I got to change it.
Yeah, no, like that's me too. Like for sure. And this might be the case here too. Like, yeah, like you said, it looks good in your head, and I'm glad I try the stuff because you don't know, right? Until it's like, okay, this is appealing when you actually do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, okay, this doesn't work, or you need to have people to be able to walk around. Like you don't want to, you know, make it so that they're like elbows to the sides as you're going around your booth, because a lot of people just won't even bother going in at all.
Right.
Line of sight is really important. Is there something attractive at the back of the booth to bring people in? Like all that, you know, it's funny, but all that stuff does make a big difference. And so I'm thinking about that a lot because I take pictures of my booth every Sunday pretty well.
Yeah.
So I go back and I kind of look and say, okay, where could this go or where could that go? And but I was very happy with the changes I made this weekend, even though right now it's a huge mess because I kind of ran out of time to put everything back. And so I'm going to make sure I get there in time to clean it up.
And sometimes you develop your strategy based on what you have. And then once that stuff changes through selling and stuff, like, or you bring in new stuff, then it might not fit. You know what I mean? It might not fit the same way. So you want to change it up. So all sorts of things goes on there.
That's very cool. Yeah.
Just want to give Jamie a shout out. If you want to go check out his latest video, Thrift on Fire. He bought a whole bunch of stuff the other day. Talk about picks. He's been a guest on the show. So
yeah, he talked about that. Yeah, it's not a secret. He talked about it. It's over $5,000 he paid.
Yeah, $6,500.
$6,500. Yeah. So it was big buy, brave buy, but that's what makes a huge difference, right?
Yeah. Um, we'll have to wait for his next videos to see how he did on the coats and the jackets and stuff. But I think that was what kind of made the deal. You know, got a he still didn't pay what the guy was exactly asking for, but he got close enough that the guy accepted it. Um, he didn't really pay what he wanted. He would have hoped to get a lot cheaper, like a bit cheaper. Um, I think his initial price was probably the best one, but the thing is, dude, you either take it or you don't. You know what I mean? Like you don't have a choice. I think I would have took it. You know, that cabinet in there was beautiful cabinet, metal yellow one. If you look at his video, and then some of those cars, some were NASCAR, and they can be. But I just sold a NASCAR for $65 out of the boot, right? So
Yeah.
some of them can be pretty good. So I don't know what he's got there, but some of those muscle cars and stuff like that, you can get 80 to $100 for some of those, right? So,
Yeah.
and they're new in the package. There's no cleaning. So when you start putting all that kind of stuff together, it starts to make sense, right? If you had to clean and dust it and put a lot of time in things, that makes a bigger difference. But I think,
Yeah.
of course, I wasn't in the room, so I couldn't see everything. But I know Jamie, so I'm going to trust his instinct on that. But just what I did briefly see, I think I would have done the same thing. You know, if it's either do that or no, I think you got to do it. And I think because of the jackets, I think and there was a ton of them. I'm looking forward to seeing his next video to see how much those jackets were worth. But that's the thing of picking. So and he has a
One.
booth, so he can offset some of the larger. He got a few signs there, like
Yeah.
big signs. Um, you might even get $150 for the bigger one. You know what I mean? So, um, I don't know. I would recommend people to go check it out. So
I think so. Yeah, especially if you're interested in that sort of private pick big buys.
yeah,
Definitely check it out.
but it's tough sometimes when you got that, like it's right on the edge. You know what I mean? I think if you listen, I have to listen to the video again, but it looks like he contemplated and he didn't know what to do, and he went back and he talked to his wife about it, and they decided to get it. So it's not like he just didn't think about it. He put time into it and thought about it, and you know, good luck with that. I think he's going to do okay. So,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
I look forward to the next couple of videos to see exactly what he got in there and stuff. So,
It's always scary, right?
but and volume's hard because there could be a lot of little things that you're not seeing that can actually be surprisingly like valuable. So,
Yeah, like the one I did, like it turned out fine. It didn't feel like that at the time,
yeah,
but there were the stuff I wasn't interested in and she wasn't interested in was the best stuff,
yeah,
right? But and some of the buy I did probably won't pay back, and some of it paid back a lot better, right? But yeah,
but
but
it
he's
helps
feeling
to
a
have
lot.
the combo. It helps to have the combo of eBay and another
Yeah,
venue like a booth, right? Something that you can set the other stuff, price it, and send it in there, and kind of forget about it. Like at least not have to deal with it right away. You know what I
yeah,
mean? You can kind
yeah.
of let it marinate. I don't know. You get like that's what I like about the booth, and it helps with the bigger things. But and living in the city, like we live closer to London. We're 15 minutes from London, so
Yeah,
Facebook Marketplace makes more sense for us because we're drawing from a larger city. Where when I lived at the other place, it's kind of a large draw. Like the guy that came for that book and ended up buying more books. Um, he was coming like over an hour drive.
yeah.
We're here, it's going to be a 15-minute drive. You know what I mean? From a big city. So I think I'm kind of pulling away from what I was saying about Jamie and going back into Facebook Marketplace, but I think it makes more sense here than it did in our where we lived, like in moved from in July. So
yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, so we'll see. But anyway, not to digress too fast, I just want to say good luck with that, Jamie, and everyone go check out his channel, Thrift on Fire. But anywho, Carl, um, yeah, I didn't list too much. I was a little bit lazy on eBay this week, so the sales are reflecting that. But um, I was busy on the picks, and did I say what I got in the last pick? I think I did. I think we talked about it last.
It's bad.
I know.
I remember.
But there was a lot of railroad stuff, like CNR, a lot of locks. So I was going through all the locks. There was probably, I'm going to say, close to 100 padlocks, like railroad padlocks.
Yeah.
So a couple of them I'm going to put online for maybe anywhere from 50 to $100.
Yeah.
Some keys and stuff. So there was a lot to go through. So I was kind of busy doing that. I felt like I was busy, but I don't know. I didn't really get a whole lot listed. I don't know. So I don't know.
It's very easy to be busy doing nothing.
It's amazing. And it's like 10 o'clock. And I come upstairs and Steph's ready for bed. I go, oh, let's put a movie on. She goes, I got to go to bed. I got to get up early. No, you don't. For what? Yeah. But anyway. So that's kind of the week for me. I don't know. What are we at? 36 minutes of the show. I don't know.
Well, you know, what can I say? You can't all be killer, right? Like, I didn't do, like, I actually listed some stuff, so I'm happy about that. Like, I don't know. It's like, I try things desperately to get myself to list. Like, now I make drafts upstairs for fight items and then come downstairs and I take the pictures, and that's kind of working. But
yeah,
it's the same stuff. What can I say? Like, it's going to always be the same with the show, right? It's like, I bought stuff, I sold stuff. It's like, I didn't go thrifting yesterday. Because I was waiting for this coin cabinet thing to show up, and Tuesdays are one of my favorite days. So that kind of sucked, but not much you can do about it.
Were you happy with the coin cabinet?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so nice. It was very expensive, but
what are you going to
all
put
the way from Italy? Roman coins.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like collecting Roman coins. So and you know what? I've been looking at this damn thing for years because I'm pretty cheap, and just spending money feels wrong.
Is it wood? Is it metal?
Oh no, it's wood.
It's
handcrafted.
Handcrafted.
It has little felt compartments for all the coins and beautiful dark burgundy red.
Oh, nice.
It is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, because as soon as you said from Italy that you've been looking at it, I'm like, well, then it's not going to be your standard metal one. It's going to be
it's not
something special.
It is very special. Yeah.
Did the coin guy flip out about it?
No, he didn't. I'm going to force him to look at it though this weekend. I took pictures just to show him. He's not really into that. So
he's a coin guy.
I know. Yeah. But I'm going to show him anyways.
But you're going to take it to the booth, right?
Well, no. This is not leaving my house.
Oh, I thought you bought it to display coins.
No. This is for me, for my collection. To put my coins in and look at them and go, ooh, my coins, my precious. That's it. This is nothing to do with reselling. Although I'm going to take my money from reselling and use it to buy Roman coins because it's like I'm hoping that might incentivize me. So, yeah, no. You wouldn't want this thing I wouldn't trust this thing at the booth anyways. People would be way too rough with this. Like, people wouldn't respect it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but they're not going to touch it unless you're going to have I would think you would have it locked or kind of put somewhere where you're the only one that can really access the content.
Yeah, no.
This is congratulations! You buy yourself something. That's awesome!
Yay!
How often does that happen?
Well, that's my point. I've been looking at this damn thing for 2 years.
Yeah.
So and wanting it and like thinking about it. And like, Carl, you're getting older.
Yeah.
Someone is going to inherit your money, and it's not going to be you.
And
You also spend some of it.
someone's gonna come to your estate sale and pay $10 for that cabinet.
That's fine. I'll be have enjoyed it first, right? And the nice thing about coins
Yeah.
is they're easy to ship and easy to carry.
Well, are you selling the coins?
No. I'm just
You're
buying the
collecting
coins.
them.
Yeah, but I can get good ones from Europe and get them shipped in, right?
Right.
So
The Fugazis.
yeah.
I'll make you a coin.
Hey, if you can do carpentry, you should get into this business. I
My
don't know
my
how much
brother
demand
does
there is.
carpentry. Like he doesn't like he it's not carpentry in the like he's not gonna go into a house and do it, but he's got a shed, he's got all the tools and all that. He likes doing woodworking. So
If I could do that, if I had the patience, this is the sort of thing I would love to make.
yeah.
But I do not have the patience. I did 3D printing trying to make this thing in the past.
Oh.
But yeah, it's not for, I just remember, what was it? I was doing math like for dimensions for everything, and like an idiot, I was using freaking inches. You know how hard it is to do math with inches? And then I was like sitting going like, why am I just not using millimeters like everyone else in the world? And it's like the math was so much easier. It was almost comical how many mistakes I made using a base 12 system. Anyways, he's not even listening. He's just looking down his phone now.
Well, because Steph just texted me because somebody had some key locks or keys for the train locks, and they were priced at $3. So I told Steph that I would like them, right? Because I got a bunch of padlocks, but now they've all been bumped up to $20 and they've been put online. So she just sent me the photo showing me that things have changed there. So
oh well.
So anyway, that's what you just heard the ding and everything, but I do
Padlocks
see
are cool. I've sold padlocks out of my booth before too, but I haven't actually even had an opportunity to buy any. But they are kind of neat. A little heavy, but like if you're thinking about eBay kind of thing, a little heavy for shipping. But you're going to put the good ones online, though, right? So
yeah, but I do see some other things in this picture that they have overlooked. So I'll have to call her back as soon as the show's over.
Yeah.
Because some people don't sell on eBay, so they don't understand, or they're not going to get those type of prices, or it doesn't make sense to them. But there was a lot of railroad stuff. And what I'm seeing right now is the stamps that probably has a railroad symbol or something on it.
Yeah.
And if you seal an envelope, you would put that on there, like a monogrammed sealer stamp for an envelope, or usually they have people's initials and stuff on there. So I see a couple on there, and I want to know what's on there. The one looks like $14, but some of them can go for hundreds of dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, so I wasn't trying to ignore you. I was just, I don't know.
You should be highly interested in my coin cabinet that has nothing to do with reselling.
I think that's great. I think that's great.
Oh,
I think
okay. Interrupting you.
Yeah.
AI moment of the week.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, this thing freaking blows my mind. I feel like I'm drinking the Kool-Aid of the AI stuff, but oh my god.
You are trying to resist it though, Carl. At the same time, you're embracing it, right?
I'm into tech. I have no problem with tech. I know.
But you're like, it's not quite there, and it's the last 10% is, but right now it's like blowing your mind. So
it's one of those frustrating things but amazing things.
Yeah.
Where it's like for some things it works so amazing, and for some things it doesn't. Right. Like did I tell you this? This is a little separate, but did I tell you I'm trying to get it to remind me about like good nights to do the viewing for astrophotography. Anyways, I'm gonna repeat it anyway. So I spent more money. So I spent more money, and I'm getting this astrophotography rig. Okay. Anyways, you want to know the good nights to actually use it, right?
Okay.
Obviously, if there's
No,
clouds,
maybe you did say this. Okay. Yeah.
if there's clouds, you can't.
Right.
So what's amazing is I got it. I said, okay, just tell me.
Before you tell the
Yep.
story, can I just say what I do instead of AI to figure out that type
As
of
long
thing?
as it's not sarcastic,
No, I'm not sarcastic, dude.
just get it out.
I just go out in the backyard and I look up.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to do that.
Is there cloud? No, I can see stars. Oh, good.
Do you even believe in stars, Scott?
I'm a star, dude.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
not see me on TV?
Oh yeah, I'll give you a nice gold star.
All right, go on.
Anyways, the cool thing is they say, "Hey, let me know if it's good night," right, for viewing, and I don't have to explain to it what a good night is for this stuff. That's what's amazing, right? It knows. But the problem is, I told it just to tell me on the good nights. But every day it tells me it's not a good night, and then it says, "Don't worry, I'm only going to tell you about good nights, but it's not a good night tonight." It's like, well, it's just funny, right? It's like I'm giving you an announcement, telling you I'm not going to give you an announcement tonight. So
Do you go out to see if it's correct?
No, I don't care because I don't have the camera the thing yet. But I'm pretty sure it's right.
Okay.
Like I did notice kind of like, okay, tonight's a good night. Oh yeah, it actually did say it was a good night. I just didn't really read it because I don't care. Now, there's two other ways I used it this week. One thing is like, I have my magazines at my booth, right? And those sell well. But I want a bigger sign to kind of like show what's in the box. And I got it to do a couple of graphics, like just to show, and it made these amazing graphics for my heavy metal magazine, which I said, okay, do a heavy metal magazine. And I have to say not music, comics, because it gets confused. And then I say, do it in this art form style of Mobius, which is a famous artist. First try, it did such a friggin' amazing job. And it did like a half page, and it's going to look beautiful at the front of this box, but no friggin' work, right? And I did the same thing for D&D and another amazing one for my soldiers, and it did a really good job. I had to alter it, and it's much better now at altering pictures, where I said, take out the star, and it took it out without completely destroying the image, what it used to do. Do you remember that? Right? So it's getting better. Anyway,
it's getting better.
One last thing about the ad. This is what blew me away last night. Yeah. So I'm not a coin expert, right? And there's things you need to look up for coins to know the value. And I said, okay, well, I'm trying to figure out, here's my budget and stuff like that. And I thought, wonder if I could look at a coin and tell me. So there's a site, where people are selling their high-end Roman coins. So I did a screen grab of the pictures of the coins, and I got the link to the coin, and I gave it to AI. Dude, it looked at the coin. It told me where all the little damages were. It told me what's important. It could look at the toning. It could look at and I gave it different examples, and it could say, okay, this guy says this is an XF, which is extra fine, but really it's an XF minus, or this is even better than what the guy is saying. And the thing with AI is it's overly confident, but I could see what it was talking about. And it's not like it's being taught how to grade coins, right?
Yeah.
It's the stuff you don't even think about using it for. That's what's which is amazing to me, right? But also it's learning, because I went in, I did, because coins can really value in value, right? Like, you can have a double value for a coin that looks exactly the same. And I was giving it, it's like, why does this one valuable? Because it looks skewed, and it says, oh, here's the reason why, blah, 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 right? It doesn't even matter what the subject is. It's just that it knows these things without you having explained what the subject is. That's what's amazing to me.
Yeah. Wait till it walks around and picks up the coin that you're go grab that coin for me.
Well, hopefully we're dead by that point, right?
No. That's when it gets exciting.
Yeah. Anyways, hashtag amazing AI, I believe.
Maybe we'll get to a point where we live in our vehicles.
We'll just put VR glasses on. You don't even have to get up.
No, but imagine if you lived in your vehicle, or your vehicle just kind of like drives into the garage, attaches to your house, and you open it up and it's opening the front door. And then you walk in right into your stationary home, right? And you want to leave, you just walk out. Oh, like
We laugh now, but one day is all the stuff is gonna be true, right?
yeah, and you just drive around. Like if you want to go to Florida, you just say, "Take me to Florida." You just sleep. You can.
It'd be so
It's like
nice.
a little walking. You can walk like a little what do you RV, right? But you
Oh, I
can.
see. You don't have even a location. You just wherever you want to live that day is where you live.
Well, I think you have. I think it's an RV slash vehicle, self driving slash stationary house. So you'll have your stationary house, and instead of a garage, it parks into a slot where the door lines up with a door of the house. So when it opens up simultaneously with the door of the house, you walk into your stationary house and you live. But your vehicle is also an RV. It's like it's multi-purpose. So
Right.
you walk. Okay, I'm going to go to Florida today. So instead of getting on a plane, you just walk into your mobile home, which is a self-driving RV, and you just hang out there. It's just a smaller house, and you go and you can cook,
Yeah.
you can do whatever. It's self-containing. You don't stop. It's got the washroom right there and everything.
Yeah, I could see them like,
Like that's awesome, dude. I'm just creating this right now. Elon
oh
Musk is
yeah.
either he's listening right now,
Yeah.
and he's going to invent this. And
You know what's funny is I actually asked AI that the other week, how long until got self driving? It said 10 years if we're lucky. It was kind of
ah,
funny.
it's
That's according
happening
to AI.
now.
That's
It's
according to AI.
happening now. Go look at it right now. It's happening
Right.
now. If
I
you if
mean
you're
tier
saying to the
five, level
degree where
five.
you can fall asleep and not have to be conscious in the driver's seat, maybe that's 5 years. I don't see it
That's the
being
10
10.
years one I was asking it about. Is that
Eh,
one?
I maybe 10 years, and then we're all doing that. I don't know. Like
Well, we'll see.
I just from what I'm seeing right now, and I'm not trying to be naive about it because I'm not saying we're right there. But when I saw the one guy, he did a test and he had it on camera, and I believe him. And another guy did it on a shorter distance, but the one guy went from Michigan to South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Now he had to operate it. I think it was 3 times, and one of them was just backing up to a plug. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, like I said
that's pretty
before,
damn impressive.
I've had the trials. It's fine
Yeah,
until
but
it's not
these
fine.
guys are the latest models. Like yours
Yeah.
is probably a year or two old, right?
Mine's 6 years old. Yeah.
Oh, no, your mod like your self-driving
Oh,
app.
the software patch?
Yeah,
Yeah, it would be only 6 months, I guess. But
but they're like the most modern one was like a month ago when I saw this, and the
yeah.
guy just said it's like it improves so much.
Yeah. Oh, it's always improving. Like
Yeah.
it's like AI, it's gonna continue improving, right?
So so grab the most like the most modern one out there, and then tell me how that differs from the one that you have now. That's what I want to hear,
right.
right? Because I can say my truck, I could say, a 1920s pickup, 30s pickup, you know, doesn't have roll up like automatic windows. You got to roll them up. What the hell's that about? But
Right.
you got to go with the most modern. I can't compare the future with the past. I got to compare it with right now.
I hope you're right.
Dude, what about right about what? I don't know
That
what am I.
we get to the sleeping in the car thing within 5 years.
Well, I think
I I,
technically you
I
can
would
say
love that.
you can say we're sort of there. Like I don't like uh, the taxi one in San Francisco. San Francisco. What's the other Mulan? No,
Waymo.
Waymo. You could sleep in that one and it drives technically, right? There's no driver in that car. So technically we're there. Are we as advanced as we're thinking in our mind where we can just go across country? I'm not saying we're there right now, but I'm
Yeah,
saying we're getting very close. And if it's improving all the time, I can't see it being 10 years.
I hope you're right. Believe me, I want nothing more than that. I have nothing against any of this, right? I just, anyways, we'll see. Welcome to the
Why do you get
Coincast.
so you just dismiss it so quickly? There's no
Because
conversation.
I know that last 5% is going to be hell to code. It's like you get a quick ramp up, and then that last 5 or 10% of weird situations, that's the
Yeah,
nasty stuff. That's
but
the hard part. The
but
other part is easy
but the
in comparison.
problem, like what you're saying, like to me, the better AI and computing gets, the faster we can create better technology. And once we get better technology, it's less time to get to the next technology.
Yeah, and that's the unknown, right? Like how much of like even with the AI, how much is the stuff we don't even know, right? Like it's I won't go into it. It's like what do we know, but we don't know, blah blah. It's
Yeah.
like it's gonna be good because it's like a different type. It's almost like me an alien in a way,
So,
and it just has a
well,
different way of thinking.
I just think the way things develop so quickly, and it just keeps getting faster and faster. How can you really put a time limit on anything? Like for me to say 5 years might sound very optimistic, but it could be 6 months. Like, but I'm saying it's hard to say what's going to happen in 5 or 10 years or 20 years because things are developing so much quicker. As technology gets better, it even speeds it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Like there's a
So
lot of
it's
tech
it's hard to
been
it's
around the
hard
corner
to
for
put
like
a
the last 20 years, right?
like you can say, okay, we're never going to get there. But I think outside of that, it's really hard to put a timeline on it because,
It is, yeah.
because it just like the better technology gets, the quicker you get to the next stage. If I'm making sense here,
I understand what you're saying.
right? So,
I'm just saying that last 5% is very complicated, more complicated than the first 95%. Is when that kind of thing.
so that's why we haven't returned to the moon. What?
No, it's because it's made of cheese, and we're scared of like someone finding out. They
Oh,
just can't. They moved it to March now or something, or maybe even later. But
I don't know. I just know we got more technology in our cell phone apparently than what they had in the entire
right,
right spaceship to the moon. Anyway, I'm just saying it's crazy what's going on, and it's almost you'd almost like to be 20 right now to kind of just see what the hell's going to go on. But at the same
true.
time, I wouldn't want to miss growing up in the 70s, 80s, 90s.
And we had
So
computers. That was a huge change at the time, right?
the internet, dude, the
The
internet,
internet, huge
right?
change. Internet's probably the
Cars,
biggest. What?
airplanes,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
telephone, electricity.
So the comments of the week.
No, dude, we didn't have indoor plumbing. Like 50% of the homes didn't have indoor plumbing at World War II. You know what I mean? Like that's mind-boggling. But we had jets, like airplanes. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy to see how fast we've come from. Like we had grandparents that would have been born during the horse and buggy days. Our grandparents, technically. You know what I mean? People would have that would have been when they were born, would have been probably, you know, 1920s. A lot of people were still riding horses.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like radio stations didn't really get going until the late 20s, early 30s, dude. You know what I mean? It's just mind-boggling how fast we've advanced in such a short period of time. You know, people that we grew up with knowing, like when did airplanes really develop? probably early 1900s, but I don't even think there would have been commercial airlines till maybe the 30s. That's a good question. What let me do?
Yeah, not quite.
But my point is that technology has advanced unbelievable since our grandparents that we would have known, personally talked to, would have babysat us and watched us when our parents were at work or whatever. Like
And I would
we
say technology has advanced much more during our lifetime than theirs. So
what I'm saying is if you take our lifetime to where we are today and you go back to when our grandparents were born, people we've known, hugged, you know what I mean? Physically hugged and talked to. Those
yeah,
people, when they were born compared to us right now at our 50s, the technology is watch my language, is mind boggling on how far we've come.
yeah, no one would argue against you. That's for sure.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so when you take that lesser timeline, like even 50 years from now, I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine because technology in our lifetime has gone so much further than our grandparents' lifetime. Like
Yep,
it developed so much faster. But that's my point. Is like we have no idea what 5, 10 years is going to look like.
I agree.
And we can imagine it, but we don't know.
No. What's funny is if you look back at science fiction for the 60s, 50s, and 40s, we've surpassed it in many ways of what they thought. In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. You know.
Yeah. Well, I read a couple tabloid articles because of the new YouTube thing I've got out there, but
Mm-hmm.
it's funny. Some of them have predicted from the 80s and 90s what it would look like today, and how we've kind of, and they weren't too far off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the self driving car one. Like I, what was the other one?
Well, I remember a big one was like videos on your watch. Do you remember that for Dick Tracy and stuff like that? And the funny thing is,
Well,
we actually have that technology, but no one uses it because no one wants to show their face. But
but
you
that's a great,
can.
but that's a great point. Like look at Star Trek
Yeah,
in the
iPads.
60s.
Oh, in the '60s.
Flip
Yeah,
phones, Bluetooth,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
In fact, we're so much past Star Trek's little communication device.
Yeah,
Everything
that's
is primitive
yesterday.
now.
That's so yesterday, dude.
That was like 20, 30 years ago. We
Yeah,
so surpassed that.
so
Yeah.
surpassed that. That's so boring. But
I just want
um
warp speed.
yeah, I did one of my earlier posts where 80s 1980s tabloid robots take over the world by 2030. That was a
Uh-oh.
scientist that predicted that.
Well, we got 4 years.
Well, dude, I mean, who knows? We're not there. I don't know. They're keeping it a secret.
There's some hilarious. Okay, I'm not going to keep
No,
dwelling on
no,
this
no. Go
anymore.
ahead. It's
Here's a
fun.
funny one. I was watching this. Like they had this robot outside trying to like clear snow from a building, and it's just slipping and falling and lashing around. It's just so comical. But or like the problem right now is you can't tell how far robots have come because sometimes they're using like a real person in a suit somewhere else to mimic the robot, right? But everything starts with the beginning.
Yeah,
Nothing's perfect at the beginning. What do they say? Like, don't let perfection be in the way of good. You know, we'll get there. It's like my electric car, right? Like they're still improving all that stuff. There's a lot of stuff in my car that I not think is great, but they've come across a lot in 5 or 6 years, right? So
well, I think that argument can be said about anything. Like, look at TVs; they get better and better all the time. New
yeah,
technology, computers. So, and when they come out with a robot that actually can shovel the driveway and cook you dinner, those things are going to keep improving too.
yeah. It's just
You
a
know,
question of like
it,
how
it,
long.
well, or expectations or speed. Like, there's all sorts of things that is going to to be improved on relatively quickly, I would think. Like, I mean, if you look at the TVs, the TVs from like early 2000s till now are like crazy different. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and some companies have actually given up on TVs
Yeah.
because not as many people are buying TVs anymore, right? So,
Well, and TVs are so cheap
and they're
compared to
so
what they,
cheap, so there's no profit, right?
right?
So
So
it's just
compared to what they used to be.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but computers and everything else. So video games, right? Like, oh wow, we got Space Invaders on Atari. That's great, you know. But if you
Mhm.
compare today's video games to then, like it's like, you know, but we had video games, so everything's going to keep improving. Um, it just depends on what your expectations are. But I mean,
For me, the big AI thing is like just the ability to get good data so quickly without any BS. Like that is revolutionary for me. Like it won't be long, unfortunately, because like even for stuff like us, it could really affect us not necessarily in a positive way. Where if you have knowledge about a subject, that knowledge value is decreasing rapidly because anyone with Google Lens can get 50% of the way there. And with AI, they might get 100%. In fact, better than you, not you, but someone with knowledge might have. It'll get better than that because it can instantly gather all the knowledge of the world, right? I can see that happening for, we're almost kind of there already, right?
so
So,
I look at it this way, and I'm just kind of thinking this, so it may sound silly, sound good in my head and silly when it comes out. But I think if we're going to try to compare the ability of robots to humans and AI, like that might be that might be incorrect way of looking at it. So let's go back to the and like I said, I thinking this in real time, so this could sound silly. But let's say your house is AI. Let's say your house is the robot. So it sends out a droid lawnmower that doesn't look like a human. It looks like what it's supposed to do is a lawnmower. So your base is the house, and everything extends from it to do the chore it needs to do, and it just runs it that way. You know, if you're looking to have a robot that pushes a lawnmower like a human, that might be the incorrect way of looking at robots and success with AI.
oh
Like,
yeah, you can already
so
get the
advancement might
lawnmower
come with you
robot.
got this little thing that goes around and vacuums your rug, right? Well, we
Yeah,
have that, but
yeah,
what if all that was controlled with a house based on AI, based on all sorts of different other things? You know what I mean? Lights come on when you walk into a room. Well, we already have that, so it wouldn't take a lot for that infrastructure to be combined with an AI, well, with like artificial intelligence, right? But if you're looking at an actual human to do human things, like that might be a wrong way to look at a successful robot. You know, you might need multiple little robots to do individual tasks where we already have that kind of technology. We're just implementing it and putting it with a personality. Like, I don't want to say personality, but with like its own thinking. Does that even make sense? I don't even know if that's the right term, but you know what I mean? Like, so it, like, okay, we, you know, the grass, it can detect that the grass has been, it's so long right now that it needs to cut. So it just automatically sends out this robotic thing on wheels that goes and cuts the grass. Do you know where I'm going with it?
I think so.
Right? Like, I think if we look at success of a AI robot being a Terminator, maybe that's the wrong way to look at it. But if we're looking at your hub is your AI and it has a vehicle that runs on itself. You know what I mean? But it charges itself, it does everything, but that's an extension of your house. It's extension of the brain or something. Like, I'm just saying, like, an a, a robot, an AI robot doesn't necessarily have to be successful based on its ability to mimic a human.
It'll find its own way of doing things. Is that what you're trying to say?
It'll find its own way
Yeah.
with the infrastructure that's already existing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or
Well, if you can improve it, that'd be great, right? Like a lot of things do stuff, but there's still a lot of BS involved, right?
well, because we always reflect on ourselves in Terminator, and is Tesla versus okay, not even Tesla, is the guy in the suit mimicking what it can do. Is that the wrong way to look at a successful AI robot? Because
Well, AI and robot is two separate things.
a
Right?
successful AI robot might not even resemble a human. It's something completely different. We just in our brain,
It makes us more comfortable with,
well,
because you
doesn't
get it, like AI. Forget the robot part, right? A big thing that is its success is it feels like you're talking to a person, right?
right.
Because it has that and knows how to make that connection with you to give the illusion of not just a machine, right? And I think robots are kind of the same thing, is that you'll have now it's not zero because people feel like passion to things like R2D2, which is definitely not a human like robot, right? So they'll have to find the right level of like cutesy without scary, without the uncanny valley of like Her, the movie Her, or not Her. What's the other one? What's it called? The one with the robot that shots the people in the house. I forget the name of it.
Oh, Mechanica, or
Yeah, something like that.
yeah, something like
Anyways, so we'll see.
Agmission,
Oh,
Mechana or something.
you're so close,
Yeah,
but
but
we'll see. But the big advantage for me with AI is it helps. It's not just a non-thinking response. Well, quote unquote, right? It's more than that. You don't, like I said, when I was checking at the coins, I don't have to teach it how to look at coins. It knew. I didn't have to do anything, right? Now the question is, sometimes it will give you the wrong answers too, right? But they're getting better. I swear they've improved that a lot better in the last month or so. But what gets people in trouble is when they give up their own thinking to the machine and they don't know how to think anymore. This is too heavy, man. I thought you didn't get any sleep.
well, this is where I get myself in trouble. Why I don't get sleep is because I start thinking about this crap. But I'm just thinking, like, we find a successful maid, let's just call it a maid, to clean up houses and do dishes, should resemble a person. But maybe it shouldn't resemble a person. Maybe it's like a R2D2 on wheels, but it has one arm that can pick
Yeah.
things up. You know what I mean? Like if I was working at Toyota, it wouldn't make sense to have robots that resemble people, because
No.
you need room to move and maneuver. But if you had something that could just, and there's got to be safety lines and everything else because you can't cross over because you could interfere with it. But if it had a robot arm with sensors that can pick up the object, you wouldn't need all that room to move because that arm would be stationary. It could pick out of the bin a
Right.
different, right, and put it into the proper spot. That's a form of robotics, like AI.
Yeah, and they have, well, AI and robotics to me is like, I know they
You're
go
well,
together, but it's always
we're
very separate things to me. Yeah,
they're separate, but we're combining them, right? That's
eventually,
all Terminators. You get a robotic machine
right?
with artificial intelligence, and you combine them. That's how that's maybe simplifying it, but that's how my brain, you know, that's
Right.
how my brain sees it. Is you're taking
Eventually, yes, but at this
machine
point, we're still
smart.
developing each of them separately, right? In a way, you could put it together. It's just that we have robotics without AI, and we have AI without robotics, right? It's
But
like,
you combine them. That's where you're
yes,
going, right?
eventually at some point, yes.
And that's what their attempt is to do. But I'm just saying, we're finding this. I don't know if I'm saying it right, or maybe you are understanding it and you just think I'm like being a weirdo, and I probably am. But I'm just saying, if we say successful robot is something that mimics the human ability, I think maybe we're looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah, and I don't think people do look at it that way. Like we have so many examples of non human robots in science fiction and in reality, right? Like you gave the example of like you have robots in a factory which no one goes near because that robot will quickly turn you into a piece of like
But those
weld you
robots
into something if you're not careful, right?
those
Like
robots are programmed. They're not. It's not true AI. It's more of a program, and they
true.
are precision based. So
They're a robot, they're a
er,
machine, right?
they're a machine. So everything moves based on its programming. And if it
Yeah,
gets, and sometimes they have to be recalibrated because they do get out a little bit, and then you start seeing welds that aren't perfect where they're supposed to be. They're off.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And then you report that, and then they got to go in and recalibrate it, plug a machine in there, and press in some buttons and try to get it to line up to where it needs to be. Right?
right.
That's the welding part of it.
I would call that a robot still, though,
That's a
right?
complete robot.
Yeah,
Yes, 100%. But what they're trying to come up with is robots that mimic human behavior. And I'm assuming the artificial intelligence part of it is there as well. But I think maybe that's the wrong way to go. Like, success shouldn't be whether a robot mimics a human. It should be, does the robot do sufficiently what it needs to do? So I don't know.
well,
Maybe I've watched shows that other people haven't watched. So I'm thinking of one thing that you guys can't imagine because you didn't see the same thing I saw. But if you go and you look at robotics, they're trying to make them look like people. They're trying
well,
to make them
they do both. Like
they're trying to
you
make
know,
them do dishes. They're trying to make
right?
them package items. They're trying to make them do humans like movements to do a task. But I'm thinking that task could be done not resembling a human at all, and it could be done better than what
Yeah.
they have. You
Well,
know
they
what I
have
mean?
that. They have that for sure, right? Like in hospitals, they use robots like that for delivering medical stuff and like food and stuff, where it knows to go down here and turn here, and even
Yep.
has locked compartments so that when it gets to the person, only one person can open that part on the robot where the meds are and stuff like that. We have stuff like, and that doesn't look like a human at all. That looks like a freaking
Yeah, but
R2D2.
that's not artificial intelligence. That's a programmed machine.
Yes,
Because
it's not.
we
It's
have
not
we had them at Toyota as well. Like they're
right.
a automated vehicle thing, but basically there's a path and they don't veer off that path. And if they
Yeah,
do, which they do sometimes, they're going to bang into a wall or they're going to bang into each other. Then the alarms go off because they have to come and fix them so that they can not hold up production.
right.
But they don't think themselves. They don't say, "Oh, okay, well I banged into Charlie here, so we need to back up and then recalibrate our wheels so that we don't, you know, don't do that themselves. They have to be that has to be done by a person,
Yeah.
which is usually maintenance. I think that's where artificial intelligence can come in and change that. But I'm saying I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
You're
I,
saying
I just
robots
think
don't need to look like humans if they have AI to do their tasks.
yeah, like I think there's
Yeah, I don't think there's anything that's that. Yeah, of course.
okay.
Like, it's not even a debate, really, is it? Like,
I don't know. I just think, well, like, why are we trying so hard to say success is mimicking human ability?
I don't think they're saying that. I think what they're trying to do is create a feeling of like familiarity with something, and one of the ways is making it look cute, and one of the ways is making it look like a human, right? Like, or a baby, right? Because big eyes and stuff like that were built for that, and that they want to sell these robots, right? I think that's as much as anything else, right?
But that
But
could creep some people out too at the same time. Might
yeah,
have a
for sure.
reverse effect, right?
Yeah, but we're not there yet. Anyways, let's keep going because I got to go at some
Well,
point.
I'm
Right?
done. I don't got nothing else to say. I'm
I
just
know, but we
rambling
got
on.
to do this. Let's do the comments.
Oh, the comments. Okay, I
Yeah.
guess we. Yeah. All right.
Let's see here. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do one from Scott. This is from the 103 episode.
Okay. Yep.
Finally caught up on all the previous episodes from over the holidays. Much like Scott's toy soldiers, I could use another Barbie haul. Yeah, Scott's a friend of mine forever, and he got a Barbie haul, and then we were talking about how he's going to sell that. This is a few years ago. He did really well. Great catching up with you at the booth on Sunday. Yep. Thank you for coming and saying hi. Apologize to your neighbors if we were talking too loudly. If they have a problem with that, they're in trouble, because that's basically my entire Sunday is talking to people, and I get loud. Unfortunately. Chit Chat seems to be offering some really cheap shipping at the moment. Something to look into. Yeah, he shipped a large box for like $6 or $8. Like, not just like the 250-gram small one. It was a big box.
Huh.
I don't know how they made money on that at Chit Chats. They're still good. Like, what this one I was just talking about, where it's like it didn't use the zone tables, and I had to pay like $25 for shipping this little tiny thing. I could have gone to Chit Chats and probably shipped it for $12, but I just didn't feel like driving out there, to be honest, to drop off one package. But Chit Chat still definitely has its place. So
I've never used it. I don't know enough.
Well, you don't have one, do you?
Well, London might have one now. I think Jamie used to go to London. Like, I mean, it's still going to be probably a 20-minute drive at best, right? So if it takes me 10, 15 minutes to get to London, like wherever it is located, I probably have to another 5 or 10 minutes at least. But
if it's 20 minutes and you have lots of packages, then it's probably worth it, right? Because it's going to take at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes to go to Canada Post, no matter how close it is, right? But and it's there and back, of course, too, right? But if you have a lot of packages, then it might be worth it. The thing with Chit Chats is, I found when eBay came up with its discounted rates, it was about the same as Chit Chats, unless something was going to BC. So, but
yeah, I'm totally fine with what I'm doing, the way it is now.
Yeah,
but if you've done Chit Chats and you know about it, like, that sounds like a pretty good rate to me.
Yeah, and Chit Chats was just as easy as using eBay labels.
Yeah,
because Chit Chats could import all the addresses and everything. You didn't have to do anything extra. So it was a really good implementation.
You know what's better than Chit Chats? Chit Ching.
Oh God. I'm not laughing at that. No,
I'm tired, Carl. I'm tired.
Anyway, thank you, Scott.
No, you didn't like that one?
That's dumb. Okay.
Settle down. Okay, Tina Mac. I laughed at your stories about sneaking in with stuff you bought.
Yeah.
I do it too now, but for different reasons. Kids and hubby start looking through my pics and are like, oh, I like this video game. Yes, I know that. Or I didn't have that brand of shirt. I do know that. I've experienced that many, many times.
Mm.
I don't know who's worse, Stephanie or my son.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You get something, oh, that looks really nice. Ooh, it would look good over here. And then all of a sudden it's over there.
And then, profits just on your shelf sitting there.
But then if I put something of mine next to the door, why has this been sitting in front of the door for 4 days?
I get in trouble for, I don't,
Why do we have 10 feet of stuff piled in front of the garage?
Good question.
Why do you have that woven basket thing over there in the corner with plants on it right now?
Yeah, I'm sure that goes over well.
That's not the same thing. But no, I know. It's and you know what? I don't mind it too much. Like, I mean, they're not having the porcelain sign that I just sold, but if I bring something in and stuff likes it, or my son comes to visit and he sees it here, I don't have a problem. If they enjoy it, that's fine. That's what we get it for. But I mean, I am in it to make money off the stuff.
Yeah, Amy has zero interest in anything I bring home. Usually it's like, why did you buy that piece of crap? It's funny because the stuff I donate and I think it's garbage. It's the stuff she might actually want. So if before I donate anything, I usually give her like, "Is there anything here you want?" And sometimes the answer is yes. So
All right. Over to YouTube, Carl.
okay, so from Randy, Nova Scotia Celt. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone to police what I bring into the house. Very few sourcing opportunities in the winter, so all the inventory should be listed before spring. We'll definitely check out the past and curious YouTubes. So for sourcing in the winter, garage sales obviously aren't happening, but I think if I looked, I'd find stuff. I'm just not really looking too much because I have too much stuff I need to do first. So,
well, I put the sign in the booth, so that's where I've been getting my calls lately for inventory.
Yes, that's working. Like I
Yeah.
I kind of have mine up, and I actually did almost every weekend. I had that sign that someone asks, but it's the second half I usually don't hear. Like someone this Sunday said, "Hey, I have some comic books for sale," and they showed me them, and I was like, "Well, I'm not really a comic book guy, but I'm happy to look." And I said, "Okay, well, send me pictures of what you want," and then usually I won't hear again. But that's fine by me. I don't, I'm okay with that.
And he mentioned about the Past of the Curious, which for anybody new is it's something I did a couple years ago, but it's just coming out now. It was a thing that was filmed, and we got another comment here that related to that, so I'll go carry on with that. How cool, Scott! I checked out the Past of the Curious on YouTube. You are a great presenter. So far, I've seen you on 2 episodes. I keep waiting for you to say, you know what I mean. Wow. But you were so professional. Well, thank you very much. Vintagerous. Vintage RS. Vintagerous.
I'm happy you're saying because I couldn't.
Yeah, no. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I don't know how well I did. There was a lot of editing. Um, there, well, I'll just come out and talk about it a little bit here. I kind of found that they added some stuff. I think I mentioned it to you, Carl. I don't think I put it on the last week's show, but I think I talked to you about it on the phone. They not everything that I wanted on there got on there. Like I guess they really edited it quite a bit. But I mean, especially the one. But I mean, you know what I mean?
Well, they're probably just
But
trying to keep all the episodes to a certain length too. I'm
yeah,
assuming.
for sure. But there was like one where I did a lot of research on all of them. Um, but the one I like really explained why it wasn't what he thought it was. And
Yeah.
I went into the board, the plywood and the staples and the cloth, and I explained everything in detail, like even more on the coat of arms as to why I thought it was what it was. And I wish they would have went through it more. You know what I mean? Because I think that was a part and part because he thought it was the Canadian coat of arms and it was the British coat of arms. And I explained it to him. Like, I think all that explanation was important. I'm not the editor. I mean, it really doesn't matter but for me, it mattered. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it describes it as to why. But I mean, for the most part, I thought it was fun. You know, the one with I got to take my robot on there. That was a lot of fun with
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie. Um, they pretended it was hers, but yeah, they're a little bit difficult to find. Everything is season 7, and I think there's 7 things I presented in total out of probably 13 shows since season 7. So,
Yeah.
but thanks for the comments. It was definitely a lot of fun, and the show is on Amazon Prime, but it only goes to season 5. So hopefully they'll pick up to season 7 anyway soon. But,
Yep.
but right now it is on YouTube. Somebody uploaded it. I didn't pay attention to it, but you said Eastlink themselves had
Yeah.
uploaded it.
It's Eastlink themselves. Yeah.
Okay, so that just type in Eastlink and you'll probably be able to kind of find it.
Yep.
But
Yep.
all right.
Next one's from Chipman Ken. Laughing at the lack of inventory comments and sneaking it in. So familiar. Yeah, we've all done that. Seems
Yeah, we'll
very
probably have
common.
Ken on as a guest. He messaged me the other day, last
Yep.
week, 2 weeks ago, to come on, and then he said he couldn't. Something came up, but I think if he's interested, we'll have him on as a guest at some point.
Oh, yeah, Ken would be great. He
Ken,
also,
I mean, he's been a longtime listener from the other show that I did on the Sundays, but um, so what I'm about to say is, it's over time we've noticed him go through different stages as well, from reselling to renting a booth to actually running and owning the store. You know what I mean? So
oh yeah, Ken would be great. I didn't know
yeah.
that he offered or he asked. So like Ken would be awesome. So hopefully
Well, I
we get him
mentioned a
on.
long time ago about having him on, like I think a year ago now, like earlier. But
Okay.
yeah, this recent one I didn't mention him because it was through Instagram. It was basically within a couple of days coming on and then saying he wouldn't be able to.
Well, I'll bring it up. He's on my face. We're a Facebook friend, so I can talk to him on
There
there
you
too.
go. And last but not least, we got Randy.
What's the name of your controversy YouTube where you read the National Enquiry?
Oh, Tabloid Files.
Tabloid Files. New episodes,
A new
5 days
episode.
a week.
Yeah, it was 7. I'm putting one
Was
up
it
every
7?
day.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
they're so
7.
easy to do. Okay, so let me dive into this a little bit. So I used to have a channel about picking. I've changed that channel completely over to these tabloid files, so it is relatively new. And right now they're a little bit cheesy for sure, but they're going to get even more cheesy. So
I was gonna say, isn't that the point?
no, but it's. I went out and I bought a whole bunch of. I don't know. I think it was 20 something National Enquirers, and I was really disappointed. Like I remember having National Enquirers, and there's a whole bunch of Bigfoot and alien stories, and I couldn't find any. So I had to like really dig deep and kind of you know pull out whatever stories I could find. At the same time, I'm waiting to get, and they should be here. They should be here anytime this week. I'm hoping. I think it says any time between the 3rd and the 10th of February. So they're en route. But it's all alien and cryptids, and
Right.
they're just tabloid articles based on Bigfoot and aliens. I'm gonna say probably 80% alien stuff and 20% Bigfoot and cryptids. But if you look at the shows I've done, the aliens and the Bigfoots are the one that's got the like got the traction. Everything
Right.
else is just a few views, but those ones are, for a relatively new channel to get 30 to 40 views an episode. To me,
That's great.
that's good. Like I
Yep.
remember first starting the picking channel, and you might get 2 views, 1 view. If I got 3 views, it was probably because I viewed it twice and somebody else, you know. But so I think the alien might be something. I'm going to change it up a little bit. I think I've kind of got the basics right now, how I'm going to do it. But once it starts, once I start getting a couple hundred views per episode, I'm going to probably tweak it a little bit where I'll start coming on and talking. But I just don't want to invest the time when there's really just nobody watching. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's got to get pushed out there. Um, the analytics is one thing, but I needed to get to a point where actually people are out there watching it. If it's only getting pushed to 20 people, it's only getting pushed to 20 people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the other billions of people don't even know it's there. So, but I don't know. But I mean, it's so they're only, I don't know, let's say 4 to 6 minutes long, or just small little, just reading the articles, throwing up a picture. A lot of it's AI generated stuff. Like I'm doing all the editing and wording, but it's doing the AI reading it, and voices and images and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but there you go. That's it. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
Hey, that's good enough.
That's good enough.
That's good enough.
It's an
That's my
hour and
motto.
34 minutes too long.
That's my motto in life. It's good enough.
That's a wrap.
But yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for the comments, and always like to hear comments. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Anything else, Carl?
Kyle? No, that's good.
No?
Have a good week. I hope you get stuff listed.
Yeah. I'll probably list right now. I don't know why the heck I am so wired. Like I was like this, like I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago. I was like this for like 2 weeks. I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep, and I was just like, oh my god, my brain was going crazy. And then last night was the same thing. It's like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then you lay down for an hour, and then all of a sudden you're up, and then it's like, holy cripes. I just don't like it, but I don't know why it's happening. I've never had it happen like this.
Very
Are you like
normal.
this, Carl?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but thankfully not lately. I was like head
It's,
down, go to sleep, wake up 8 o'clock. So I'm
yeah.
pretty happy. Yeah.
That's how
But
I
I have
used to
had
be.
that.
I used to be able to sleep through anything and just lay down. But the last, I don't know. I don't
When it
know
gets
what it
like
is.
that, when it gets like that for me, I find changing rooms helps a lot. Like we have a spare bedroom. So I'll spend the night in there and that really helps me for some reason. But
Well,
only
I'm
when I
glad
need
this is recorded because Steph gets mad at me for doing that. She's like, "Why didn't you come to bed?" Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'll go downstairs and I'll sleep on the couch. You
Oh,
know what I
that I
mean?
don't like because I don't get a proper night's sleep on the couch, but
Well, but it is a change of rooms, and sometimes that does help,
it does help. Yeah.
right? So, um, I'm not. I mean, we got two other spare rooms, but they're made for the kids and everything else. So I just let them. I don't even go in them. Like, I'm not gonna go sleep in there and stuff. So, um, so I come downstairs and sleep on the couch.
Yep. That works.
Anywho, that's all I got.
Perfect.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good weekend and a good week. And pick lots, sell lots, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye, Carl.
Sounds good. Bye, everyone.